everyone. Welcome to Exercise 5B. We are working with the conflict project, the same one that you should have been working on for 5A. Please notice if for some reason you did have issues with 5A, you can always add what you couldn't complete from the project folder. And that is something I do like again with these exercises is sometimes things just don't click right or something is going on, but it doesn't necessarily hold you back from the other exercises. So what you want to do is make sure that your project from 5A is open. Now, if you were doing your project and some of them are still in light blue, because you're just going straight through, those light blue, remember, means that they were selected from that other task we were doing. And you could just click on the clear if you needed to clear out the selection. All right, so I have my conflict. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up some definitions because the goal of this is to create our own geoprocessing tools, right? We, again, are trying to work with this data and display it in different ways to answer different questions. So using different geoprocessing tools would simply mean do something to the data and give me the result. And again, for your final project and for some of the homeworks, you might be doing some of this to some data that you collect. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, from the conflict GDB, we're going to add that ACLED feature class to the map and then zoom to the layer. So then this way we see all of this. Okay. So we'll open up, if you don't already have it open, the conflict. And again, if this was closed, you could just open it. And we want this one added. And then again, we're here. So we want to right click and choose zoom to layer. Okay. And now we're going to open the properties of the new layer and click the definition query tab. And then from there, we're going to build these two queries. So I'm right clicking, properties, definition. And again, this is going to potentially look at the beginning. Oops, sorry, wrong button. A little bit different. Okay, so when we do that, we have to add these two. And again, here's to remind me how, click the new definition and everything. So again, let's see here. And we want year greater than or equal to 2010. Oh dear. And year greater than or equal to 2010. Okay, so once you've got that all matched, you're going to click apply and then head to the general tab and rename your layer. Leave all this okay. Click OK, and then zoom to the new layer. Oops, I added the comma in there. That was an accident. Okay. So again, we'll right click, symbology, and we're basing this again on the fatalities. Oops, wrong one there. And you want the classes for 3. And what the classes mean is how many sizes of circles are we going to lump the data into. So when you choose a class, it looks at the range from the highest to the lowest and tries to break it approximately into 3 parts pending the numbers. So again, you can play around with classes on your own if you want to try to see how that works with your data. And then again, remember, if you want to click on the template, you don't really like, oops, the color, you can do something like that. Okay. Okay. And again, you could try, I recommend playing with the symbols and things like that just to see. So for the future, when you're making your own. Okay, now we're going to create that new geoprocessing model. Now, these models go into toolboxes, and I will say this is one thing between different versions. And when you're trying to move or share packages, sometimes the toolboxes either they're missing, they don't go along for the ride, um, or sometimes you have changes from one version to another that can't be handled. So I will say this is very important, especially when you're doing your more detailed maps, but do be aware that sometimes things don't go along with. So now we're going to go to the analysis tab in the geoprocessing group. We're going to click the model builder button so that we get the model builder window. And it's going to be docked in the map view area. So you can leave it there for now if you want. And you will see that a new group of options will now open for you as well. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this model builder open. Click on the analysis tab, and we're going to open up the model builder. If you toolboxes don't open, you can open them, and you'll notice that we have the model builder now. Right. So now on the model builder, in the insert group, we're going to click the tools button. And in the geoprocessing pane, we want to search and find the select. And we want to drag the select layer by attribute tool to the empty window. And I have this toolbar up. You can have this toolbar here too. We can do it here. That's up to you. And then we're looking for select layer. And this is getting a little messy right now, so I'm going to kind of unpin my catalog and move this over so that we can see a little bit better. Now we want to search for summary, and we want summary statistics. And just in case as you're doing this, if it doesn't look like that, like I have something like this, Notice how these are selected. I can drag them so I can put them however I wish so that it will look the same. So now I have two empty tools. And now we have to define the different tool parameters. So in the model, you're going to double click the select layer by attribute tool. And then we're going to go from there. So click that. We've got this. And we're going to select that Rwanda, and we're going to maintain the default selection type. And for expression, we're going to click new expression. It keeps moving stuff around. Sorry. Okay. Okay. And then from the expression that we want is the event type is equal to violence against civilians. Okay. So we want to do this and then click OK, and it should be shaded. Okay. And again, I've got a little to here and some other things only because I've already done this once. So that's the big thing. And if you want to see everything it's showing you, you can see everything. That's up to you. Okay, so now we're going to do the summary statistics, and you want to select this one. Okay, and again, if you choose a 2, it might show the 1, as they said, not to worry. And then for the output table, we want to replace the default name with this particular naming. And for field, we're going to select fatalities, and we want a sum. Now be careful. Notice when I clicked in here, it gives me the whole place. So don't, if you're worried about it, you can just do this back part here. Now we've got this connected. See how now it's going through. So then on the model builder ribbon, we're going to click the auto layout button and resize the elements or the model builder is needed so that you kind of see this, and then click the fit to window button. I'm just going to get rid of this geoprocessing pane for right now. Auto layout. The window, which it already is. So you can see it. And then on the model group, click the save button to save the model. So you have that. And now we're going to run it. So again, we're going to go to the Model Builder tab. In the Run group, we're going to click Run. When it's completed the processes, close the progress window and take a look at your map. Also notice in the catalog pane, when you open it, you should have a new table. Okay. So now you're going to drag the table to the map so you can open it and take a look and review the data. And again, we're doing the one that's the Rwanda statistics. And you might have to point to it to see the actual one that's the new one. So here I have my South Sudan. Here I have my Rwanda. Okay, and you can close the table. Now for the last step, we're going to turn that model into a standalone tool. Again, if this is something that you're going to do a lot, this is a way to take a repetitive task. For instance, if this is something that you've got 15 countries and you don't want to do that for each individual country, you can make the tool so that it will do it a lot faster. Okay, so I'm going to go back. If you did close the model builder, you can always come back over here to your catalog pane. You can open up the conflict. You can open up your toolbox. You can right click on this one that says model and choose edit, and it should pop up. Okay. So now we can right click on this and choose parameter. And from there, we can right click the select layer by attribute and click variable from parameter expression. Okay, then we are going to do the same thing for the summary statistics tool. I didn't have it selected, so if you, if you right click and don't see create variable, make sure it's selected back there. And let's see, what did it want here? It went statistics field. Okay. And statistics fields. Okay. Now, you'll notice that we've got the statistics fields and this expression. If you're looking at it like this. Okay. So when you're back here, you can always drag these and click once on this and drag this back up. It's looking just a little bit more like that. Okay. So now we need to set the final output as a parameter and set both variables as parameters. Okay. And you can move the variable elements as you want or click the auto layout button. That's up to you, but you should have something similar. And again, I'm leaving mine squished. You can unsquish them if you so desire. Then you're going to save the model and exit the model builder. In the catalog panes, find the model tool in the conflict toolbox and double click it to open it. And look at this, you've made your own little pane here. Okay. Change the output variable to ACLED Rwanda Statistics 2. Again, you don't want to, we've got, let's see. Again, mine's got that little comma. Sorry about that. Got a Rwanda. We're going to Rwanda Statistics 2, and we want fatalities and the sum. Oops, wrong button. Too many things. Then we're going to edit the event type equal to riots and protests. Here, let's make sure event type is equal to riots and protests. So now we're looking at a different aspect. Okay, we're going to run the tool and we should have our new statistics table added to the map. And one thing I wanted to mention here, if you didn't see your new table, your statistics to appear, again, depending on what you've done, you may get a little triangle here. And if I look at this, it says this already exists. Again, because I'm doing multiple things, or if you do something and mess up, sometimes that stays in there. So if you're getting that and you're not seeing the extra table show up, then just when you click in here, instead of calling it statistics 2, just put in some other number, 3, 4, whatever, and then run. And now I've got my table over here. I've got a few others because, like I said, I do these things multiple times as I'm prepping these videos. But you should be able to open it and see your data. Okay, so that's it. Again, make sure close the model, all your tables, save your project and then repackage it or save it as 5B and package it. That's up to you. And attach it to the exercise 5B. Take care.